This is, I'm trying to get it so you see it. 1968 Lincoln Continental. 1966, sorry. 1966. I tell you, when you run with a whole theme for a decade, it's those minute differences which tell you what year it is. And I am not skilled in all the minute differences on all the cars of the Thunderbird and the Continental and the Camaros and the Barracudas and so on and so forth. So a lot of times you make a good faith guess. That's why New York cars are sort of the best, because they put the registration right in the windshield so you can tell what year it is. But this is a 1966 Lincoln Continental with, I believe that is a 462. A 462 4-barrel carburetor. You know, this, I had a viewer ask me what color this was, and the owner's in the car, so I can ask them today because I forgot. These wheel covers are from the second generation town car, 1990 to 1994. All right, what color is this?
It's kind of dark green with metallic. It's a German standox paint. I painted this thing 25 years ago, so I don't remember.
Oh, you can't remember? Because I videoed this car last year at the Linden show.
Okay.
And then you told me what color paint it was, and I forgot myself. And then I posted the car, and the viewer wanted to know what color it was because he wanted to paint his car the same color.
Yeah.
So I said I'd find out for him, but I guess we can't remember.
Well, it was straight line body shop on Staten Island.
Yeah.
Dave Jensen, the owner himself, painted it. It was German standox paint, and it's held up absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
The actual name.
I get you. Well.
It's stunning. It's very pretty.
Yeah. Right.
And then I got the car. It was the same color as this inside molded, faded money green.
Right.
This color here.
Okay. This color right here.
And it was like, just, okay, the seats are this color, but the outside was the same thing.
Right. Well, it accentuates it great because the seats look gold now. They look gold in the interior, so it looks like a whole type of,
Match.
Yeah.
So in 90, I got the car in 91, 92, got to think about paint. And Lincoln had to come out with a color like this with a beige top, and I just loved it. Well, I wasn't looking to do something too perfect. I mean, people get crazy. You gotta have the right sticker here, and you gotta have.
Yeah, right.
He did that, all the stickers off it.
Right.
We painted it, and I did all chrome, this, that, next thing. And I said, I want my hot rod Lincoln. I chrome the engine. When I did, his car had 36,000 miles on it. The little valve comes off that. Gray sludge valve. Did all this work. You gotta take everything. Everything has to come out of color. They paint all the interiors, everything. This guy did all. Everything was done. I'm gonna drive this thing around for 2 weeks, and someone of this gooky gop's gonna, the engine's gonna. It was sitting for 11, 12 years in this lady's garage. She had it up in the box for a nephew. He got married, had kids, and didn't want the car. So now, took the engine and transmission out. Everything was painted. We did the transmission, had the engine boiled out. We did all the bearings. I'm a plumbing contractor. The engine goes from the front to about here's the back of the transmission.
Right.
The thing is like 10, 12 feet long.
Right.
So I had the back on. I picked it over the back. Pick it up with the back. It dropped the engine. And it went in. first shot just clanked the motor mounts when it was supposed to. So anyhow, I had the original hubcaps on it, but they weren't that nice. You know?
Right.
So I tried looking for some. They wanted $200 a piece, $300 a piece, all this happy horse shit. So I did Ford dealership plumbing. Dealerships on Staten Island, right? So I'm talking to one of the servicemen. I was going down to the Lincoln store or whatever like that. This was dangerous. And they always got some hubcaps up in the house. Go down, sold one was. Yeah. He's upstairs, comes down with these 4 hubcaps, very close. You don't look at them and see the town that it says town.
Yeah, right.
On it.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, if you just look at the stamped metal, it was just like the originals, right? With the Lincoln insignia in the center,
They were
right?
all wrapped up. You know, somebody had bought a car, didn't like the hubcap, wanted something fancy, so he just sit there. And the boss bought $15 all 4 hubcaps.
Yeah.
Anybody could play. You're the first person, maybe one other, in all the years I've been to different shows, that had to pick them one up.
Oh, because I had it. I had that Generation Town car with those wheel covers on it. That's how I recognize them. Yeah. But they look just like you would find from original equipment. Only difference would be, because they're stamped Lincoln Town car, but also because the emblem is longer and narrower than it would be back in the '60s. It'd be a short, fat square, crosshairs. So I remember that. Yeah.
They weren't stainless back in the '60s.
No.
It was some kind of chrome crap.
Right.
They didn't hold up.
Right.
But either,
they'd rushed around the edges. Yeah. So.
But that was my $15 hubcap.
No, that's good though. That's good.
That's
That's good. And then the interior still looks great. I mean, it looks gold, and you got the green accent at the bottom here. Yeah.
She had it in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten hit in the front fender down low. Didn't touch the top section.
Right.
Look at the nose of this car. It's all one piece.
Yeah, one piece. Right. It's all the grill right here. So all of this is one piece. And all of this is all one piece, and then the grill goes in on top of that. But
So if you hit this car up in here, then you gotta have a good body job for that.
yeah, right.
It's leaded.
Yeah.
This whole
Right. This whole piece right is lead, right?
Yeah.
So to take the hood out, to take the engine out, you got to take the hood off,
Yeah, hood off.
and then you're bringing use a backhoe, so you come in from the side.
No, I put I don't know what I had on it, chains and what.
Yeah.
When I put it back out, I painted the whole thing. I had nylon rope on it.
Okay.
And I had it here, when I picked it up and looked at it from the angle, I tied it. But 3 or 4 shots till I got the engine the way I wanted it. My son's down here with a floor jack, right? So I got it training in there. Put the floor jack with the training. He just walked it back, rolled it back, and I'm come on down.
Right there between the mounts, right?
That was it.
It's just put in the bolts, that's it. That's not bad.
It's a big motor, it's 420.
Yeah, 462, right?
462.
462, yeah. Look at that.
So 68 nuts and bolts holding on front bumper. It's all mess here.
Mm-hmm. All one piece.
Well, it's not real. These come off.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought the whole thing was just...
No.
Wow.
Well, they kind of go off.
So, so they come off, they cover,
Yeah,
and then you got the regular front bumper support there.
And then they got steel inside the bumper. These are weighing a ton.
Yeah. Everything's probably been plastic by the 70s.
Yeah.
This would have been, metal, right? Yeah, it's real metal. Wow.
And then actually, that grill, 66, wasn't chrome
No?
on the side. It was like a off chromey kind of color looking thing.
Yeah.
And it just,
It wasn't grayish, but it was
it was grayish.
It was a gray?
It was
Oh,
grayish.
wow, all right.
But it just didn't have any pizzazz.
Yeah, no pop to it, right?
I
Okay,
said,
wow.
Chrome guy, can you put a little chrome on it?
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
I thought it came like that original. But that's good. I've never seen one that looks this good. By the time I see them, they're usually all rusted out.
Yeah.
And they're all dented up. So I mean, this is fantastic. And then I was saying that, they ran with this series for 10 years, from 61 to 69. So there's all these minute differences, and they changed the body in like 64 or 65, where they gave you that formal roof in the rear, and they give you more rear space, rear seating space or head space, that from the 61s to 64s, 63s. I said,
I took my mother's father, my sister, and her husband, my wife and I had a full. They went up to Jersey, up to High Point up there to look at the leaves.
Oh yeah?
My mother was this little Italian gal.
Yeah.
And she couldn't stand anybody's back seat or anybody else's car. I put her in the back of this one here. Didn't hear a peep at her for the whole 8 hours we were riding around. She was so comfortable.
Oh yeah, man. And then suicide doors, so they had to put a support here to brace the weight of the car with both doors open. Yeah. So this is unibody or body on frame? I think this is.
This is unibody.
This is unibody, right.
The front. They were afraid of this unibody.
Mm-hmm.
The front of the thing is built like a.
Yeah, like it's reinforced and reinforced, right?
It's an octagon-looking shape of piece of metal. Of course, the whole thing.
Right.
And through that is 3/4-inch bolts. Through that piece of metal, bolt into the rest of the car. It's built like a tank.
I figure they would have done that, right? Because this was the top of the line sedan, and last thing they want is the owner complaining about creaks and squeaks and rattles and everything. So they just over-engineered it, and then gave you something fantastic.
Yeah, it's I spent not a lot of time, but I say there wasn't a scratch on this car anywhere. There wasn't a rust mark on this. There wasn't a dent on it, other than the dent that the truck had.
Right.
So underneath it, I couldn't find any rust, so I re-undercoated the whole.
Oh, why not? So she bought it for herself, and then.
No, so she had it. That was their family car. This was up on one of the hills. Staten Island.
The way
people lived, right?
Yeah, right.
Then when she got the hit in the front fender, it wasn't kosher to drive around with a crunch in your front fender. So
Right.
put it in the garage.
And then just.
1980. Her uncle was a Lincoln Mercury dealer. Took her to her uncle's shop.
Mm-hmm.
Said to go from bumper to bumper and change everything. When I got home. Up there was all it was, little roads like this. I got a tow dolly with me. A tow dolly, your wheels go like this, and I go like that. And this thing is so freaking wide that I could only go like this, and it could only go like that. So I was taught a transmission. I had a Grand Marquis toner with, and I thought
Yeah, the AOD was not really made for, an overdrive is the later models, but. Yeah, this is nice though. Look at this. See?
I brought her home, put some gas in it, turn the key, boom, right up.
There you go.
And no brakes, right? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Put it in the shop, hold all the wheels up. Everything is. The drums are all turned. It's got right for right, L and F for right, left kind of thing. Wheel cylinders all changed. It's got dual calipers.
Okay.
Everything is all changed.
Now this one has front disc, rear rotor, a rear drum, or.
Rear drum, yeah.
Oh wow! All right.
So it stops on this.
Okay.
It drives as nice as any car drives.
Right.
Not like you got. There's another guy here who had a 62 or 3 Continental. It wasn't even a Lincoln. Continental.
Yeah, it was a separate mark. It was a separate mark before 1961. They had his own thing. It was premium. It was above Lincoln. It was the Continental.
Continental.
Yeah, Continental mark.
Did you see the one the guy had here?
Well, I didn't see the one, but I saw similar ones when I was at another show in Lake George. Guy had a Mark IV, which was a sedan, and it had the breezeway window, where the window went into the into the panel. It was a very attractive car.
Yeah.
It kind of had the slanted headlights for 58 and 59. They were cantilevered like that.
This one had the headlights were straight.
Yeah. Yes, that would have been early 50s one, yeah.
Well, this was a 60-something.
Oh, yeah?
Too. It was a white one. He came down here.
All right.
And he went that way, but I walked around this way and I didn't see him. So I don't know when he was around the corner.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
And he paid about $8,000 for this stupid thing. And he says everything was wrong. There wasn't a thing he didn't have to go over from soup to nuts, which wasn't my problem.
There's a guy this is his whole business. This car right here. I saw him on Jay Leno. He says all I do is Lincoln Continentals from this era.
Did you see that guy? Well, he was the guy with the convertible top.
Yeah, that's him. That's that guy. That's all he does is travel the country and fix other people's Lincoln problems because he knows how to do the hydraulics for the roof. He knows the electronics for everything. Yeah. And then I was asking about the brakes because Ford also offered not this one, but the Mark III, when the Mark III was brand new for the first year, 68, 69, you could get ABS, anti-lock brakes in that car.
Wow.
You know, but they called it anti-skid braking, but it's the same thing, you know. So, but it was offered on these, you know, and I know on the top of the line ones they offer you disc brakes also, which is relatively new in the late '60s.
This thing saved my wife and I's life, actually.
Yeah.
We're on our way to kids bought us a weekend up in Lake Mohawk. Have you ever been up there? Turnpike. 19. It's this big mountain house up there. And you go up this mountain like this. I said, well, let's take the Lincoln high end up there. There's a truck in this stupid thing.
Oh, it's got to be huge.
Seems like a lot of crap in there, but
Look at that. You know? That's the one thing they didn't slack on with the newer ones when they came out with the later Lincolns. Yeah. Because I had an 88 and a 99, and the trunk is still massive compared to these other ones. The older ones. I mean, this is huge. Look at this. Got a space there for your full size spare.
Full-size spare.
You know?
The upholstery in here wasn't the greatest, so I redid it.
All
it was
right.
all in pieces. It wasn't anything real fancy, right? And my nephew and I are sitting in here redoing this. The chair the spare was out of there. My wife comes down to the shop with us, making us some lunch. I said, we'll have lunch in the trunk. We put our dishes up there.
Oh, yeah, you put a table right here, you put the dishes right on there, right? Serving trays and everything.
Well, this was out of here. So we had this whole great big thing for our table. We put our dishes up there, and we sat in the trunk and had lunch.
Yeah. See? This was some good engineering right here. They really engineered this one well. They took it seriously back in the 60s when they were making a luxury car. Yeah. They just don't do it. Now everything is pretty much cookie cutter. Yeah. But back then, the competition was tense. You know, you had the Cadillac and the Fleetwood, and then had the Imperial. You know, and it's like...
My neighbor had that.
With the Imperial?
No.
The Cadillac?
Lincoln.
Oh,
He had a 59 Lincoln.
all right.
So what a piece. They did that. They were competing against some Cadillac that Lincoln wanted to compete against. It was a convertible, right? And Lincoln must have just closed their eyes and shoved this thing through the design phase. Nothing in that car fit. Everything was like it was like this. And we took that, and he did all kinds of stuff. He had like $50,000 for a stupid car.
Wow.
And the body was falling up. It was shot, you know. Sent it down to Florida, some shop down there. And the guy says, the guy called like this junket. It was so bad. It's never gonna be right, you know. Oh, so he begged the guy in Jersey, Florida, to fix it, right? It's another $25,000 down there.
Oh, jeez.
They brought it back to, I can't think of the name. He flew out there to some one of these real fancy Lincoln shows, kind of deal, right? Had all the Lincoln people there and all shooting. But this is where all the big fancy cars are, the older cars and everything. he's going to get judged, a junior judging and a senior judging and all those happy ones. So